Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today, I will be welcoming the lead singer of a San Francisco-based rock band called The New Up. Her name is Emily Pitcher, and I actually had the honor of being in her music video for the song Black Swan 3 years ago. If you haven't seen it, check it out on YouTube. It's a really thought-provoking yet very funny and entertaining music video that we shot up in San Francisco at a club, and it's a real throwback to the 80s, no pun intended. And I'm having her on the podcast today to talk about music, her influences, how the band started, and what the future of the band holds, and all that great stuff. And I don't get to talk to musicians that often, but when I do, I jump the chance at it. And it's going to be pretty fucking sweet, I think. So yeah, here is my interview with Emily Pitcher. Hi, Emily.
Tommy.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Sorry about all the time changes and everything.
Oh, it happens all the time. I mean, it's just part of how things go, so it's all good.
So thanks for understanding.
Of course. It's so awesome to get you on finally. I can't believe, wow, it's been almost 3 years since we did that music video.
That's just insane to me, right? Because that was July of 2016. Oh my gosh.
Yes. That was just so much fucking fun. Oh my god. The pizza was great. There was so much of it.
I'm so glad you liked the pizza. I know, it actually wasn't bad for math pizza.
Yeah, and...
Yeah. So, you know, I actually, so you just recorded over the phone, and then, and are you down in LA now?
No, I'm in Reading right now, but I will be in LA hopefully in the middle of the year.
Oh, you're in Reading.
Yeah. I had to come down here to help my mom pay the rent and stuff, and take care of that before going down to LA, but it's definitely going to happen this year, finally.
Oh, good. Well, it's good that you were there for your mom.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm very lucky to have the mother that I do, too, and stuff. But, yeah, I love the way that music video turned out. It reminded me so much of, like, an 80s video, like, Till Tuesday, Voices Carry, when she gets up and like sings in the theater and everyone's like looking at her. That's what it reminded me of.
Oh, that's good. Oh my gosh, I love that. That video is so vivid in my mind.
Mm-hmm. It's a classic.
Like that, I know, it's such a classic, and it's like, I miss, I just miss the, storyline videos, and that was a reason we wanted to do that. So, yeah, because it's just, a lot of videos, just, how do people, I guess you would call it, mole's eye view rather than bird's eye view of, you're just seeing people, grind and, a lot of dancing, and, I don't know, it's just, when I see a lot of artistic videos, I'm like, this is really cool, and there's, here's someone in slow motion getting paint splattered on them, and then someone's releasing an owl into the air, and it's all really cool imagery. I'm like, but I don't really know what the fuck it means. It's a lot of really cool aesthetics, and I'm just like, how is this connecting? So anyway, it's just it was cool to do a storyline video again.
Yeah.
In one take,
Yeah, it turned out so good, and you had the whole set of extras just cracking up between takes. You were making all these jokes, about eating pussy and stuff. You remember that?
Oh my gosh, God, I was getting crashed.
Yeah. You had everybody rolling, I remember. But,
I guess that's what happens when you do like a million takes over and over.
mm-hmm.
And you're feeling for the audience. It boils down to like 50 jokes.
Yep.
But yeah, so tell me, like, ask me anything you want.
Okay. So, going back to the beginning, was music something that was on your radar early on?
You know what? It really, I grew up in a musical household, and my sister was like, I'm the youngest of 5 girls, and one of my sisters was like a piano prodigy where she could play classical music pieces by ear. She didn't even know how to read music.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was like really amazing. And then my dad learned how to play piano like later in his life and taught himself how to read music. And then almost my entire family played piano. It was the exception of my mom and one of my sisters. And so music was and then just listening to music, it was such a huge, huge part of my life that actually I was a dancer growing up. So I started dancing in 2nd grade. And then when I was like 13, I like quit any other activities I was doing. I was just dancing. And so I didn't really even play music until after college. And but I always feel, obviously dance and music, I used to teach dance through San Francisco Ballet to kids. Mm-hmm. I would always say to them, dance and music go together like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I'm like, my friends, when I just kind of fell into music, I always wanted to play guitar, and the way I would learn chords, I would just like learn these chords, and then these songs would just come to me. So I didn't even learn other people's songs, and like once in a while I would learn other people's songs, but when I would learn chords, mm-hmm. I would just write a song, and they were just like coming out of me, and so so it just sort of like lended itself, and then I'm from Chicago, and there was this band in Chicago, and they were pretty big. Like, they would, like, sell out the House of Blues, and one of the players grew up with my sister, and it was my 2 older sisters, and he would, hang out on our porch, and, they'd be, partying and, playing guitar, and so I've known him since I was little. And I ran into him because I was working at this restaurant, and I was like, oh, what kind of, I was telling him that I'm just, playing guitar and stuff.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, do you want to audition for our band? And I was like, seriously? It was, a pretty, well-known band in Chicago, and I auditioned, and I, got in the band. And so I was like, I only really sung my songs by myself. I'd never sang in front of anybody. So it was sort of like the universe was like, but move in this direction, and then mm-hmm. Now I'm like, God damn it, universe. But, because I'm like, yes, and that was my first gig was I sold out to the House of Blues, and then it's been a lot of shitty gigs after that. So I peaked at the beginning, but, so that's kind of how it happened. And then, my friends would say, I can't believe you're not dancing anymore. I'm like, well, I'm not a mortgage broker. I'm still in the arts and pursuing, I just had to stop dancing because I had started music kind of quote unquote late. Mm-hmm. And so I had to I just stopped doing everything and just taught, was taking guitar lessons and vocal lessons and everything like that.
Nice. Who did you like musically growing up?
Musically, I really grew up on a lot of classic rock because of my sisters.
Oh, yeah.
So, I always say, I came out of the room and the Beatles were playing. So, a lot of Beatles and, a lot of, The Who and Zeppelin and the Doors, so I was really raised on that. But then my dad was really into like Fats Waller and Scott Joplin, like a lot of the black pianists.
Mm-hmm.
I was really into that, and then I was, I was raised on like Stevie Wonder, and I always felt like I loved the Police, just a lot of bands. It was like all what my sisters, it's like my sisters got me into it. Like people would be into like New Kids on the Block, and I was like way too cool for New Kids on the Block.
Yeah, those were all.
And, I knew that they sucked then.
Those were all.
But
mm-hmm.
yeah, so then then my interest has really changed too, where I just kept broadening my horizons. Like I really discovered like the Pixies, and just really discovered kind of I got really into Depeche Mode and a lot of a lot of Tricky and Massive Attack, and got really into a lot of more indie rock.
Yeah.
And sort of just it kept expanding my horizons, and I was into the Grateful Dead, and I just really I'm just obsessed with music, and I think that's part of the reason I wanted to play music, because I wanted to be inside of it, because it had such a huge, I would not be who I am today if it weren't for music. It completely molded me. It was like my friendships were based around music, my identity. Like there were my sisters and I, like a huge Cat Stevens fan. I was really personally, I felt very personally connected to Cat Stevens.
Mm-hmm.
So it was such a huge gamut, but that's all I was always listening to music. And so I just wanted to be inside of it. I'm it's had such an impact on my life that I wanted to give that back. It was again, the songs were coming out of me, and I was just kind of going with the flow of the universe.
Wow.
And
yeah, when I listened to Black Swan, I hear some Joan Jett influence there. Were you influenced by her?
What's so interesting is a lot of the influences that people say, oh, I hear that, I hear that, I hear that. It's really funny. It was a lot of people compare, I used to get a lot of comparisons to Susie and the Banshees.
Yeah.
My voice and stuff, and you must really love her. And I'm I think she's cool as fuck. It's just so interesting to me that I just didn't really listen. I know one of their songs that I could sing offhand, but I wasn't raised on her, and I didn't really know her music. And then I didn't Joan Jett. I was very I didn't listen to Joan Jett at all. So it's really kind of interesting. This happens a lot where it's oh, you must be pulling from this or pulling from that. I'm yeah, it's kind of funny. I guess I was through energetic osmosis somehow, but not deliberately, or not really knowingly, because I just didn't really listen to them.
Yeah, the only Susie and the Banshee song I know is their cover of Iggy Pop's "The Passenger," and that's it.
Oh right, I love that song.
Yeah, classic.
Monster Magnet does a good passenger too.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you go.
Do you remember?
Yeah, let me just conclude though. Yeah,
okay.
It's interesting to me when you're they actually weren't an influence. I didn't really know their music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there was other bands from that era that I knew and stuff, but them, I mean, their music wasn't played all the time, on MTV and stuff. But
right, totally.
Do you remember the first album you ever bought?
Shit. You know what? The first album I ever bought, I actually bought for one of my sisters, and it was The Doors, 13.
Oh, yeah.
And I bought that for my sister for Christmas. remember I like saved up to buy it for her. And I remember buying it, though. It was kind of cool that, I mean, that was the first album I bought that I bought it for her, but, like, because I would, like, listen to their records all the time, and they would get really pissed, but, because I, like, wouldn't put them back properly, you know? I was just, like, in grade school, and I would just, like, whip them around. So, yeah, that was my first purchase of an album.
Yeah, my first two were Poison, Look What the Cat Dragged In, and Phil Collins' No Jacket Required.
Oh my God, classic.
Yeah, they were already classic by then. This was like 91 or something. It was like my birthday money when I was 8 years old. Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh, thank you, yeah. I was watching MTV from like fresh out of the womb. I was a big MTV kid in the late 80s.
Oh, yeah, totally. Totally. I mean, yeah, I was just, yeah, that would be like the only TV that would be on, you know, in our house. But yeah, just a lot of like music always being on. So, yeah, that's awesome.
Do you remember your first concert?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Do you remember your first concert?
My first concert, yes, was U2.
Oh, back when they were...
Yeah, I went to U2 with my sister and with one of my older sisters, and I remember I was really young, and I remember saying to her, like, oh my God, her nickname's Teeny, and I was like, Teeny, those guys are doing pot. And I was like all offended because I was like, so we always crack up. Now we always are like doing it. It's just funny to say doing pot. But yeah, I was like, whoa, you know, it was like a big thing. But I remember that clearly. I think I was in 5th grade, and I just remember like that event happening. But yeah, for you too.
That was
my first, which is pretty rad.
What tour was that?
I cannot remember.
Were they doing their techno stuff yet?
Right around the time, like Europa.
Okay, so it was around Octung Baby and Zeropa, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the beginning of them declining, but I actually think at least Octung Baby is a great album. But then after that, it just was like, okay, guys, you proved your diversity. Now stick to what you know because you're just overdoing it.
Right. Yeah, I was really. Yeah, I guess that I remember that was the time where I. Right, I was kind of like, no, and now, listening to it, I'm like, wow, it's really, like, I kind of appreciate it more, because it's really cool, like, you know, we're working on our next album right now, and we're kind of, you know, I'm really knee-deep in doing this sort of, like, music marketing work, and you're really identifying your niche and, like, your micro-niche.
Right.
And, you know, I kind of was, I very much evaded doing this sort of work, but now I'm, like, really into it, and it's really hard to pinpoint your niche or micro-niche, and I think, you know, it's just been really awesome, though. It's been a lot of work. Like, I've been doing a lot of journaling and asking myself a lot of questions and what am I trying to say with my music and everything. And, like, now the direction we're going in for this next album is, like, really a lot more, like, electro rock. And we still have a lot of electronic elements in our last album, and we would call it electro rock, but now it's kind of, like, even more like that. But you know, it's not a complete departure, but it's really, and that's difficult, but it's really hard for a band. I mean, unless you have a really, really solid fan base, it's really difficult for a band to make a really big departure because the only time you can honestly really do that is if you already have a fan base, because in this day and age with playing music, because if you're trying to like target your audience and with with people that would like your music, and then you completely make a departure of what your music sounds like, then you kind of have to start over. So what we're doing is not a total departure, but I would say that it's more of an evolution, and I really admire when bands make an evolution or do an evolution, because sometimes I it sort of sounds like it's recycled a little bit, and I feel like I'm trying to evolve as a person, and that's so important to me on a personal level to be evolving.
Yeah.
Then therefore I feel like my art needs to evolve and my music needs to evolve. And so I think, but then at the same time I get it. It's like, people want what's familiar and they want what they know too. And there's some people who's like, hey, well, I'm a country artist, and this is what I do, and I respect that too. And just pulling, kind of like the idea of pulling from that one idea, and just really like, what can I pull from this musical concept, or this musical style, and this musical, way, or how can I like vary it? But I guess that would also be kind of a form of departure, but but I definitely would say we're kind of going a little bit more we're not as like rock based. It's definitely more like electro. There's a little more electro element, but not EDM by any stretch. Like that's like a whole different genre.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does. So, you're originally from Chicago. When did you get to the Bay Area?
A while ago. So in the middle 2000s.
Yeah, I'm born and raised out there. I'm from San Mateo, born and raised.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel, you never know, but I feel like if I was raised out here, I could see. Still living here, I really love the Bay Area, and I personally didn't want to like live and die where I was raised, and I also was, I just wanted to be in a totally different environment, because sometimes and I wanted to have nature a little bit more accessible. In Chicago, it's like, in order to get to a really beautiful place, you have to drive for a long ass time. And then you have extreme temperatures. You have like cold as fuck and then hot as fuck. So it's, I don't know if you can't like swear on this podcast.
Oh, you could swear all the fuck you want. Yeah. So, came out here, and it's just like we've been kind of, we've had a lot of different members in our band, and we've kind of have gone through a metamorphosis of what we sound like, and have just kind of been exploring, and we kind of had a really like democratic approach with other members, and finally we were just like, we're going to just completely do it differently this time and really make the music that we want to make. So I feel really like our last album, which Black Swan is on, is like, I feel like this is finally what we've been working on and wanting to sound like. And it was just, I felt like I was just sort of like pumping out songs and writing and doing and like going on tour and just kind of like going and trying to manage and wear all the different hats and not look at it as those seasons, and just really grinding and really hustling and just trying to like pump out music and record it and this and that. And then I finally was like, I need to just stop and like what do I want? Like, why am I doing this? What am I trying to say? What am I trying to, like, what do I want
you know, and
Yeah.
so, yeah, that felt really good to kind of just stop and do that, you know, that level of inquiry. And, you know, because it's like we're kind of trained to feel like, oh my gosh, if we stop, then we're going to lose the momentum and we're going to, you know, you got to keep hustling, hustling, hustling. And there's so many hats to wear. And it was just, yeah, it was too much. Like, I was getting to the point where, you know, it was just like I was kind of burning out, you know, and I'm like, this isn't, I'm trying to do everything, you know, and with Noah too, and we, you know, we have other people that would like help us, but, you know, we were just hustling, and it was like, this is, I'm not feeling, you know, yeah, it was just like, I need to stop and like get a new perspective and get grounded and figure out, you know, you guys sometimes ask yourself, like, why am I doing this, though? And why, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
especially in the music industry and man being a woman, it's like, it's, and I feel I'm very, like, affected by people's energy, and I just, you know, you get so much rejection, and you get so much, you know, we've had so many people, like, take money from us, and we, like, that we pay to help, you know, for PR, and we, like, we've had just really, just a lot of challenging
Yeah.
times, and it can make you sometimes feel like, okay, well, is this the universe telling me that I shouldn't pursue this? And I really realize now that, you know, like, I really practice now things of, like, ways in which I can kind of not take on that energy, and I don't take on that rejection, and I don't, you know, I like, don't let it in.
Yeah.
And I feel so much less exhausted, and I'm really, like, working from a place of, like, my inner being, and not being so, you know, like, pushed and pulled by these exterior energies and thoughts, and, you know, like, we're just, it's like the amount of, you know, and I know it's like the Beatles were rejected too, you know, from so many record labels and stuff, and I'm just starting, you know, I think that's why we're in this place now where we're really taking it in our own hands, you know, in a different way, and really finding, attracting the right people to work, that we're working with, and, yeah, it's just, you know, and taking ownership for all of it, you know, like, not blaming yourself, but just saying, like, you know, if you get in this place where you're jaded or you're upset with the rejection, this and that, it just weighs you down. And I'm like, I can't, that's just, it's not it for me. You know, it's not
Yeah.
a way to live, it's not a way to make art. So, yeah, I feel very renewed. And, I'm just very inspired for, like, our next album, and connecting with potential fans, and really just kind of moving forward in the direction of, like, just, you know, knowing that it's bigger than you are.
Mm-hmm. How many albums have you guys made overall?
So we did one LP, and then we did a series of 3 EPs over, like, 1, 2, and 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
They were just EPs, and then we did the other Tiny Mirrors, the last LP. So 2 LPs and 3 EPs.
And what year did you guys officially start?
I think that we would, because we were kind of these, like, I guess you would say we officially started as the New Up in, like, 2008.
So 11 years.
Yeah, because we've kind of been, like, some other, but
Wow. It's funny now, social media has fucked up so many show business careers because people have trouble, getting a following, getting followers. It's all about your numbers. But it's funny, from 2007 2009, I was a bouncer at a bar, and there was a lot of bands coming in and playing in the bar and stuff, and they were so fucking talented. Like, I was, by that point, record labels were going away, and everything was starting to turn into online digital downloads and all that stuff. But I just couldn't, like, help but think to myself, God, if social media and stuff wasn't taking over, I mean, they'd be, this band would be the next Dave Matthews Band. This band would be the next, REM or something. I mean, I heard some really talented bands, and it's just hard for them to get discovered nowadays. You have to, like, make their own albums now.
What bar was that at?
The Swinging Door in San Mateo.
Oh, I didn't know that place.
Yeah, it used to be the Prince of Wales pub. It's a famous British pub of fish and chips and stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's been around since the 50s.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they stopped having bands there, like within the first half a year that I was there, and it's just karaoke and dueling pianos now. Nothing else musically.
Right. Yeah, I know. I mean, I think that's kind of like where I'm at. It's like, it's what's interesting is that now, when you say, like, in terms of social media and stuff, it's like, I'm kind of learning that it's now, there's an advantage to it.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, Jesus, sorry about that.
It's okay.
That there's kind of an advantage because we are in a place where we're able to target, we can kind of take our power back a little bit, and we have an ability to target our own audience and be really clear on who we are and there's only an investment in money, but I'm now kind of starting again to look at it, and I'm kind of in the throes of this music marketing course, and I'm part of this community now of people that are really completely making a living off of their music because they have treated their music like an online business. And they have been able to target, because of the internet and because of social media, they've been able to target, get really clear on what their what their niche is and who their target audience is, and being able to, target those people. And you're not having to deal with, like, I mean, of course, you have the big monstrous labels and all of that, but it's a way for artists to actually, like, I felt I was so down on it for so long, and now I'm starting to see how I can use it for my advantage, and and then I really don't, like, we've never been signed to a label, and we've submitted to so many labels too, and now I'm kind of like, we've submitted to hundreds of labels, and now I'm like, I don't really even want a label. Like, I don't really need a label. You know? It's like, if someone came to us and it was, like, really made sense and it benefited us, I'd be like, okay, cool, but it's like, this thing that I felt like, oh my gosh, we have to get on a label, now I'm like, I don't really feel we need to be on a label. So it's like, I'm kind of just changing my mindset, and I feel like that is just, like, that to me is everything right now is mindset, and changing my mindset, and, like, these kind of beliefs that I sort of subscribe to, and like, oh, we'll never make it in the music industry. There's no way, you know what I mean? I'm kind of like, yeah, those are just going to drag me down. And so I'm kind of like identifying these beliefs and like banishing them. And it's been really awesome. And I'm seeing, and what's cool is that I'm seeing other musicians do this. Like, are they famous? No. Are they playing at like Verizon Amphitheater? No. But they are making a living off of their music.
Mm-hmm.
And they are, you know, they found their community, and they've established their culture, and, you know, it's, and their community, you know, it's just, you know, and believing that, and keeping yourself open to, like, attracting that. And I think, yeah, that's why, like, I'm psyched about that. So anyway, yeah, I hear you. It's like, this is kind of a new adopted attitude for me, that, like, it feels really good and inspiring and hopeful. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And there's no worse feeling than to sign on to a label and find out that they signed you on because you sound derivative of whatever's hot in the moment.
Right, yeah, exactly. It's like they're really often, it's like, doesn't have your best interest in mind. And like, you know, there were a couple of times that we were going to sign to a label, and we actually do, you know, we do have a lawyer that I love, who's in San Francisco, and he's been in the music industry for a long time, and he's still stays really current, but he has been around the block and then some, and he's, you know, just us for like actually signing certain label like contracts that just would not have served us at all. Yeah, so you know, and a lot of people just will jump to a label, and there's the whole thing of like where their album doesn't sell, then they'll shelf their CD, and then they can't shelf their album, and then they can't you know, they can't like make it. They're like still locked into this contract, but their you know, career is kind of like hijacked, and
Yeah.
like you know, I'm so grateful that we haven't had a situation like that, and my heart goes out to the bands that have, you know, had to endure that. So you know, I'm also looking at it too. It's like, okay, well, we've still kind of maintained our own, you know, power and our own, you know, our own rights. We did sign with, so Rough Trade Records merged with this company called Bank Robber Music, and they're publishing companies. It's called Rough Trade Publishing, and we did sign with them, and that's like, you know, for licensing and for publishing. And so that to us felt like a good move because, you know, they have connections with licensing that we don't. And they're like pitching our music and have all these connections, and where that would have to be like my full-time job and then some. So, yeah, but other than that, yeah, we're unsigned, and I'm just like, I'm cool with that.
When I was a kid, from the time I was about 6 or 7 till I was about 9 or 10, my dad had a rock band. He was lead singer and guitarist. It was a power trio. They were called TNA, and they could not write a song worth a shit. I'll tell you, they're good musicians. My dad's a great guitarist, but they could not write a song worth a shit. I remember they did a song called Crank Horse Slut. That was the name of the song. And I just remember hearing him rehearse it in the garage with the band. And my grandmother, who was in her 70s at the time, had to hear this shit, and she was so mad. She was like, "You guys are all a bunch of idiots."
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. TNA.
Yeah, it was named after him, Tommy, and his drummer, Alan. That's what the pun was.
Oh, okay. That's not what I was thinking.
Yeah, well, he did that on purpose. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I was like, that sounds
And they did covers. They did.
Yeah, so I'll keep you posted.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely give me. I need to look at your podcast online. I love that you're doing a podcast because I'm actually obsessed with listening to podcasts.
Me too.
And I listen to a lot of music, and I listen to a lot of podcasts. So I'm just, I'm constantly listening. Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of NPR, but I think with just, I guess, to say my political stance, it's really exhausting to hear, and I don't feel like I'm just feeling like deflated hearing about like the thing that Trump tweeted over and over again, and even NPR will kind of have a tendency to like repeat, the same news about Trump and what he tweeted that was totally outrageous, and it's so deflating energetically, and I just was like, I need to kind of put my attention elsewhere. So I'm glad that I have, because it's really gotten me on this trajectory of like a new mindset and moving forward with music in like a totally new direction, and just being like, just that's out there, and that, I think really to make good art, you really have to take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
and take care of your mind, and like, so I'm glad that like, I love hearing podcasts, so I love that you're doing a podcast. One day I will do a podcast, because I
You should.
Someone come to me who wants to do a podcast with me, and I'm like, we're definitely still going to do it. So I don't know when, because I'm, it's got to happen. But, I just have like kind of, I have a daughter, and I'm just doing all the music thing, but I'm going to make it happen one day. So, yes, props to you for doing your podcast.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, when I came down here, I realized, there's no comedy clubs up here. There's like 2 theater companies, which I took an acting class from one, and I tried to coordinate with the other one, and they were both assholes to me. And so I just like, I need to start a podcast, and so I did it right away.
Yeah, but good for you. Way to take action.
You're
like, okay, I'm just gonna have to make my own humor.
Yeah, I'll be 400 episodes by next week.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yep.
Holy crap.
I'm excited, and
That is sweet. Oh my God, you've been like podcast man.
I've been so lucky. I go to Comic Cons and horror cons, and I meet these celebrities, and I get them on my podcast and stuff. It's just amazing.
Cool, Tommy. I'm honored to be on it, and thank you for stalking me.
Well, I wanted to ask you really quickly, do you have any upcoming gigs or anything you want to plug?
I wish I could plug it. We are purposely not playing any gigs right now, because we're really focusing on our album. Mm-hmm. And our online presence. And so, we don't have any gigs right now, but I would definitely say go to thenewup.com, and we're about to launch our new website, and you can get updates about the new album, but we are going to be releasing a new single soon. So it was sort of like my deal, where I just would, we'd be like, recording an album, going on tour, playing shit, like we were just doing everything at once, and I'm like, okay, there are seasons. And it's been really nice to just actually not play shows. We can just fully focus on this. But if you go to thenewup.com, you're going to see when we do have upcoming shows. But we probably will, at that, like in the fall this year.
Awesome. Emily, thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Oh, yeah, it was a treat. And, I'm really excited. I had no idea you were almost at 400. That's really, I commend you.
Thank you so much.
I have podcast envy.
Yeah, my podcast is a lot of fun, because I have, actors, musicians, comedians, sex experts, lots of cool
Ooh, I have
stuff.
to listen to that one.
Oh, there's one I did about a month ago with the sex expert, Dirty Lola. Oh my God, we go hardcore just talking about what we like sexually and all this stuff. It's a pretty steamy episode.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, I will definitely tune into that.
Awesome. Awesome.
And I totally forgot that I was saying the pussy joke, but it's funny. I guess I was pretty out of it at that point.
It's okay.
That's usually my go-to.
You know what? I love women who are like one of the guys.
Yes, I have that in me. I definitely have that in me. I think from just growing up with, so many sisters, I was just, and I think being in like a van with a bunch of dudes, even though I'm like IV me with some testosterone immediately, like when I get out of the van, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just, I guess it's my male energy. But well, cool, Tommy. Thank you so much, and yeah, just stay in touch.
Absolutely, hun. Absolutely. You have yourself a great night, and when this is uploaded, I'll tag you in it on Facebook and on Twitter.
Okay, sweetie.
Okay. Have a good
All
night.
right, Tommy. Awesome. Yeah, you have a great night too. Talk soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Well, there you have it. Emily Pitcher. Ain't she a sweetheart? Thank you so much, Emily. Like I said, you are like one of the guys. You're fucking awesome, and you're talented at singing and playing guitar, and you will continue to be successful always. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, add me as a friend on Facebook, join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all the time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes.